we're here calling in from East LA. I'm here with my mom, and my name is Rosanna Esparza Ahrens, and we're here to present a wonderful workshop. And so I want to introduce to you a national treasure and a local community treasure to East LA, my wonderful mother, Ofelia Esparza.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be here, and I'm just excited that I can do this, that we could do this presentation today. To start off, first, I want to us all to acknowledge the first people of this land, the Tonga. We're in Tonga land, and be grateful and for their presence here. They're still here. They're still supporting this land, and it is our charge to complement that, to continue with that honoring of this land. So be mindful that they are here supporting us in spirit. But I also like to call on my own ancestors, the people that come with me to all these places that I'm taken to, and I hope that you can call your ancestors who are with you in everything you do. And so we will have an arriving ceremony to be present at this moment so that we can move on into a very fruitful and interesting, I hope exciting time together. So I want to ask you to please close your eyes and take a deep breath. Raise your shoulders and then let it out slowly through your mouth and sound it out. And just be mindful that we are here to participate, to learn, to enjoy, and that we come away with some information. We learn from each other, and that we are going to just have a cultural exchange here. And so please be present. Take another deep breath. And this is how we arrive to the present moment. Leave all your tasks and behind that you went through today, all the hurrying up things and stresses, and be present. Another deep breath and slowly let it out. Open your eyes and you have arrived to this moment. Thank you.
Because we bit off a lot of time with our technical difficulties on our end, so sorry. We're gonna just kind of forge forward. Today we're creating Milagros, and this is a practice that my mom developed, and my sister and I, working with groups with the intent of wellness. And so here's like a little example of what a milagro looks like. You want to show the other one, Mom? But basically, you've seen milagros in churches or tied to a ribbon and pinned on. Somebody wears it, and it's really a symbol of a prayer or a promise, a wish that somebody has committed to or agreed upon. And so it's pre-Columbian. You see it in the Catholic Church, but it predates that as well. And so we've kind of transformed it into a little workshop so that we can create our own milagros. And even, well, especially now with the climate of COVID and the climate of white supremacy, and just the whole struggle for equity under the law, all of that. And may God rest the soul of George Floyd and all the other beloved family members that lost their lives to police brutality. But maybe this Milagro can be a prayer that you create for yourself. So I just want everyone to rub their hands together, and you could just feel the vibrating energy that's between your hands. And we're going to endow our hands with power right now, with miraculous power. So rub your hands together, feel that vibration, and just say out loud or in your heart, my hands know. They know. There's wisdom here. There's wisdom in this vibration. And so we're going to use them like nets or a rake. And just imagine yourself bring your hands down to your ankles. And what we're going to do is we're going to slowly bring the hands up the legs, up the thighs, bringing it up. And what we're doing is we're gathering emotions, stuck feelings, stuck hurts, and situations that have been kind of there in our bodies, and just grab it and pull it up. Everything, even though you feel like this is silly, but just pull it up. And it's like you're gathering it up, and pushing it up above you, and hold it right there. Like right now, what's up above your head represents your emotional body. And if you feel like you need to do it another time or two, like you feel something in your knee or your hip or your bansa, go back and just pull it up again, and just know that you've gotten everything out and you put it up over your head. And take a deep breath. Take a deep, deep breath and let it go. And then now we're going to slowly bring it back into your body, but with awareness. Just slowly bring it down, all of it down onto your head, onto your shoulders, and let it all settle back down. And you almost feel like a weight is coming down as your hands pass through and go all the way down to your feet. There's one spot, maybe you have several, but pick one spot that you notice that heaviness or a tinge or a pull or some sort of tweak there. And wherever that is, you notice it, it's there. Take your hands that you've endowed and put your hand in that spot. So I'm putting mine right under my right rib. And I happen to know that my liver is right there. So just send love to that part of your body and just say thank you. Thank you for showing me that you're here. And just be loving and kind to that part of your body. And figuratively or energetically, just pull that part out, whatever that is. I'm not pulling out my liver, I'm pulling out the emotion that's stuck there. So I'm pulling it out and putting it in front of me. And maybe I know what it looks like. Maybe it's appeared to me as a symbol. And if it's a symbol, if you don't have a symbol, just allow the first thing that comes to your mind to be that symbol that's in front of you, that's representing that emotion. And you could ask that symbol, what is the gift that you're giving me? Is it safety? Is it protection? Is it love? Is it peace? Is it happiness? Even though we have emotions that are, positive or negative, either one, whether it's negative, it's always got a positive reason why it's there. Like it's here because it wants to protect me. Whatever that is, let that gift, take note of it. What is the symbol and what is the gift? And just say thank you to it. Thank you. And allow it to become a glowing light, give it a color, and that light, let it be the gift, that gift of peace or happiness or security. Let it be that. And just say, thank you. I needed that. I needed security. And notice the color and bring it back into that part of your body and put it back in and allow it to go throughout your body and allow it to go into your cells and all up to your head and down to your feet and up to your head again and even beyond your skin. Just like feel it and thank it. And now just bring yourself back to this moment. You can open your eyes and take note of the symbol that you received from this part of your body. And that symbol is going to be your milagro. So is it a butterfly? Is it a heart? You know, what is that? And so right now we're going to start with the making the milagro. And what you'll need, and hopefully you read the announcement, but you need some paper, some markers, a piece of foil, a Sharpie, and some glue. And what you're going to do is on a piece of paper, you're going to draw your symbol. So we have some symbols here already that we drew for ourselves, but you could just quickly draw a symbol. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece. It just needs to be a line drawing. So if you can quickly do that, then we can get on with the next part. So you're going to take a few pieces of paper or get a sheet of paper and fold it like into quarters. And that's going to go underneath your piece of foil. So the sheets under the foil is just like a cushion. So because you're going to use either a pen or a dull pencil and trace your image onto the foil. So we're tracing the image onto the foil and press hard enough to push the image onto the foil but not too hard so you're tearing the paper and the foil. So what we're doing is we're embossing the foil with this drawing. And once you have that down, then you remove the top, your drawing, and you're going to take a Sharpie and trace the lines of the design that you just drew with a Sharpie on the foil. So this is going to resemble the Milagro, the little metal charms that we normally use. This creates the design. And once you're done tracing your design on the foil, you can cut it out, leaving a border around it. So it's not right on the black line. You're leaving some space around the image. So it'll look great when you put it onto your cardstock, onto your paper where you're going to place your Milagro. And while you're doing this, you can think about words that describe this symbol, like using the color. Like, let's say mine was a butterfly, and the color that it gave me was a bright blue color. So what are the words that we use to describe my butterfly? I could talk about the fluttering wings of blue and gold, iridescent blues, thinking about the nature of the butterfly that is a transformation, right? When I think of butterflies, I think of transformation and intention, and just some poetic language that goes with this piece, because that way you can add some words to your piece at the end. So my mom has her heart motif traced out, and now she's going to glue it onto.
Can I do it on the card?
Yeah, onto some cardstock. She has a yellow or a gold color.
I took a piece like this and folded it in half. And I could fold this one in half too. You could leave it this way or fold it this way. I'll just leave it here. Okay.
So we're going to glue that on. Normally we go through an exercise where we make a haiku, thinking about the gift that will come with this milagro. Just do it in your direction, Mom. It's fine. And she's going to go over it again with a Sharpie, and she's going to design, enhance the design and refine it, and to the way she wants it to look. So go ahead and do that. I'm not sure if you have any questions yet, but if you do, it might come through. I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm gonna use this too.
And then she's using the blunt end of the Sharpie to push in the negative space on the foil, and it creates like a design. It adds more texture to it. Yeah, you can see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just keep it where you had it.
Right here.
Okay. Yeah. And face it towards you. And so you can decorate from here and add a prayer. Let's say there's a prayer that comes to you when you think about that part of your body or the emotion that was stuck there.
Or it could be your intention also.
Yeah. Could I have the finished one, Mom?
Okay.
So here's a finished one that my mom did, and it had to do with her eyes. She had cataract surgery a couple of years ago, and the haiku says, the name of her haiku is Mis ojos, windows to my world, enhancing light and color, heart path enlightened. So allow this exercise to inspire you to write poetry or write a poem or even a note to yourself, because the way you use this piece is it's really like a daily reminder. You place the Milagro in a spot where you'll see it every day and remember the gift and send love to that part of your body. And you can endow your hands. Like every time you see it, you endow your hands and then just put your hands there in that space and just send love and thank it for, thank yourself for just being in touch with your body, listening to your body. And do that every day. Like this is a great way to of self-care, of taking care of yourself in a way that is beyond like taking supplements. It is more about being aware and being mindful that your body is is your temple and it speaks to you. It's communicating with you. And um, a lot of the time we spend all of our time in this world up here in our head, in our mind, and we're trying to figure things out and rationalize things. But your body has wisdom. Your body is in touch with the ground. Like when you think about breathing and grounding yourself and sending energy down into the earth, like composting and bringing Mother Earth energy back up into your body has this wisdom. So use this exercise to scan your body and just pay attention.
And I want to say that you give it your own intention, and you don't even have to explain it to anyone, but you understand what it means to you. And as Rosanna said, it's a reminder to be mindful of the intention you put on this. So it is self-care, and it is comparable to a traditional milagro or an ex voto that people make to give thanks, for gratitude, for intentions, for healing, for prayer. And so it's your own intention that you give it that gives it meaning.
Yeah. Are there any questions from the audience? Wondering. Okay. Is there something else you want to say about Milagros?
I think, like I said, it's your own intention, but it's also a way to bring some peace into your mind, into your life. And I would suggest that I frame mine and put it in a frame and put it in my bedroom. And so when I go to bed, I say a little prayer, but I also remind myself that I have to take care of myself. I have lots to do. And but the one I made to right now with a heart, it's really about the state of conditions right now. And I said, let peace prevail, because I want to think not only about myself, but all the tragic and terrible things that are all around us in our world. And I just want to remember to say something about that, to pray and send my intentions for healing for all the people who are suffering. And it's a small thing to do, but it's something that if it's powerful, because it's part of your essence, it's part of your mind, it's part of your heart.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to share about the other milagro you made?
This one.
Mhm.
Well, I've made several of these. This one is one that I made not long ago, and it's about strength, centering, healing, and anticipating. I think all this turmoil around me really gets, I feel it in my gut, in my abdomen, and it really, it's physical, this pain and this sadness I feel. So I made a milagro with a body and the center spiral because that's where the pain is, but it's the center of my hope and my intention that that the it doesn't let me, the terrible news and the terrible events don't change my resolve, my intent to do the things that I still have to do, of taking care of my of the schooling I do. I mean, many things that I have to attend to and take care of. So it's a reminder, again, a healing reminder for myself that I need to just be strong and have courage and to continue my life in a creative way. And of course, all of us doing that is a powerful energy that we put out. And hopefully, we make a big difference, if not in everybody's lives, but in our own and the people around us. So these are, our milagros with a now intention of today, of now. And they don't replace the traditional ones, but it's something that has meaning for you.
House Finch on YouTube has a question or a comment. Oh, this is a great exercise, simple but meaningful and purposeful.
Thank you.
Thank you, House Finch. I know who you are. It's my sister.
Oh,
Well, we're just so pleased and happy to be here and to represent East LA. And thank you to the National Endowment of the Arts, and thank you to Grand Park and the Big Read. I hope that everybody is diving into all the presentations on the Big Read. It's, such a great program.
and this exercise, you could pass it on to other people and spend, more time on it and create something very beautiful that you could display. But I think it's something that we all need, some healing exercise, and just pass it on, or or sit down and elaborate this one, or start one that you could put a lot of attention to. But thank you for participating. Thank you for your attention.
Somebody asked, when making a milagro, do you prefer quiet or music, certain music, or what do you do that is most healing for you?
Many times I have quiet music. Um, for me, it's a quiet time, but music is a very healing, atmospheric surrounding. So I would say that's a very good idea,
Yeah.
a good intention.
You could light some incense or
Yes.
burn some sage and clear the space. That's always a great practice, is to clear the space with sage and just allow yourself to sit and listen. Like one exercise that I like to do is to notice my presence in my body and my skin, and then just expand out beyond my skin, beyond the things in the room, and beyond the room, beyond the house, and just feel all the things that I have around me as part of me. It's just a great way to just be in a state of noticing.
Another space that I find very very wonderful with this exercise is just to be out in your garden or a place where you experience nature, even in your backyard. That's what I have a little niche where I have my plants, and I mean the wildlife in our neighborhood is there where there's trees, there's birds, and those are it's part of the ambience of this kind of it's a meditation, a self meditation that you make again with your intentions. So you find your own space that is conducive to this kind of activity, and I think you will get so much more out of it. Pass it on to other people.
So with that, I just want to say thank you again. Thank you to Grant Park and the National Endowment of the Arts and the Big Read and the Department of Cultural Affairs. We're just so grateful to be able to share a little something from our practice, and we work with the Alliance for California Traditional Arts and with self-help graphics, since I don't know 1979. But we're just so grateful to be here.
We're in the neighborhood.
Oh, somebody asked, where do you keep your milagros after you make them? And so we have 4 minutes. We could talk about that.
Well, I have a home altar in my house and it changes depending on the time of year or the month or something special. And so I put them there as with photographs of my loved ones. During this pandemic, I've lost very close family members, my brother and my sister. And so these are just additional things that's part of my own meditation or prayer, and I add them to that. But I also had the one I had of the eyes I had in my bedroom, because I have to remind myself to take care of my eyes, and just to be tender with myself, because I want to have my health for a longer time. I'm already 89. I want to live a lot. I have a lot of things to do yet.
Yeah, and I think another good place to hang a milagro is, for me, is near the light switch in my bedroom, because I always see that as I exit my bedroom, or in the bathroom would be good, like near the mirror, and just read that and see it, and then be able to look at yourself in your eyes and just say, yeah, I hear that, just acknowledging yourself. That's very powerful.
Thank you.
Well, we have 3 more minutes.
Any more questions? Okay. Well, just remember that this was a very brief workshop that someday maybe we'll be able to meet with many of you and embark on a very detailed and complete exercise.
Yes. Thank you so much. We're just, like I said, really super happy to be here, and I hope that your healing is miraculous.
Take care of yourself and stay safe. Thank you.